welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Duties, and off we go from Minneapolis. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And a decent return there. He'll get this a good side of the 30. So the Vikings come out. Technically it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he can really be a special player in this league. That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look. It led to a nice game.
They'll motion over Thielen. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
That's good for a Vikings first down.
So as a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
The middle. Here's Jones. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
All week long, they to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 on the pickup. It'll be a Vikings first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And this is so much of the skill sets that we're seeing around the league at the running back position. You don't want to have to sub your running back off the field, Mike, when you build what they call these empty or 5-wide sets. Can you keep your running back and run true receiver routes and be a threat? Because when you can, there's a lot of big plays to be made.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the Falcons 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. Again, it's Jones. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Vikings, first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
A little play action here with McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. Third down coming up.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
He's in! Justin Jefferson! Touchdown, Vikings! A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. He knocks it through. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Ray Crowd on the return. He'll get across the 20, broken down at the 23-yard line. Well, Falcons come out there, led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
And the Falcon first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
We'll go play action now with Penix. Right side, catch made by McCarthy. We'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Now Penix to throw on second down. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds. The Vikings offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And it's good, hard running there. He'll push his way forward, gain of about 5.
Brings up 2nd
I think
down.
every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
They'll motion over Thielen. They run straight ahead with Jones. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Secured by the veteran Adam Thielen.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that might have even lost a yard there.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he'll be stopped short of 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. They have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. We'll get this into the hands of Thielen. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll motion over Thielen. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit duck for this pass rush.
Fourth down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. This will be from 47 yards. Riker's kick is good.
And this is what you want. Clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time? They're able to do that here. They take it free and extend their lead.
This one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Falcons offense without ready to get going. On their second possession, they'll do so with 1st and 10.
There's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
On play action. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
This is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Throwing now, Penix on first down. There he goes again. Showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Plant. It's Penix. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Falcon first down.
I love this call. My defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On second down, Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They've got it second down and 6 to begin. Throwing again, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that's a first down. It'll be a gain of 8.
I'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
To throw again, it's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons are on board. It's 10-7.
Pay the bills. Now I'm feeling not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions been louder than my words. How you sold, still sold on the earth. Born to it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie in the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night.
The kickoff team is out of the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. And a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy.
McCarthy's pass. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
And the Vikings.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive. But now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll get this out wide. And he's going to make his way out of bounds. That did not work as planned. Good size loss to take on first down.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So on fourth down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. Good hang time. Fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Over the middle, he gets that to McLeod. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
It's 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Moving to his left. He'll try to run for it.
Michael Penix on the scramble.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. This returnable from inside his own 40, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
1st and 10.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
In motion, it's Jefferson. McCarthy to the air on second down. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
I run that like Nike, we got it on lock.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
And you'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
6-yard pickup.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They run it once more with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Japanese denim flying straight from Manapon. Rolling out to Durban, I was putting with some prawn. Then I fly out to Miami and I'm eating like a dawn.
Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it. This one away. Agnew on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Falcons offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. The shotgun. It's Penix. He's going to tuck it and go.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Ball on the 27. Here's second and 8. From the gun, it's Penix. Over the middle, catch made by Mooney. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with 13 yards. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, And then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down. And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
On second down, here's Penix. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Atlanta.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives him a first down.
3-yard line. A gain of 5. And the Falcons first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
The tackle by Andrew Van Giel. That's a 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That is a gain of 15, halfway there as he's down at the 15.
This is quarterback play at its finest, is understanding and identifying the blitz before the ball is snapped. That's what allows him to get the ball out of his hand so quickly, throws it to his hot receiver in the flat, and he does the rest.
Here's a designed run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's 2nd and 6. A gift, and here comes Robinson. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues down with first and goal.
First and goal. Atlanta.
I should probably sign ahead, boy, because I got all
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Algier. And he is not going to get to the goal line. He's Didn't gonna lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. Two minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, they'll go once more from the 3. 3rd and goal. To throw is Penix. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Fourth down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's made by Thielen. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
First down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession's going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Trying to set the tight end screen there, but that winds up incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
2nd and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He'll step up and run this. And nice work there. Going to a slide and gain about 7.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He'll run again. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy.
McCarthy's pass complete to Justin Jefferson. A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 24-yard line.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one from 41 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings extending the lead here.
It's a really nice boost here before the break. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you can't get going into the run.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Throwing is Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Agnew on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. High pace up to his linebacker spot to make the stop.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Here's a second and 6. London brought in motion. On play action, Penix. That's out of the flat, and it's complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing now, Penix on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 4. They run over center with Robinson. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he is out of bounds. That one good for 26 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on second down. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Third and long. Here's Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. Well, third and 19, no problem. They pick it up on third and long.
First down, Atlanta.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
And they'll get maybe a yard out of that, not nearly enough. It'll be fourth down.
And that was really well defended along the back end, Mike. And with nobody open downfield, he's got no choice but to turn into a runner. They end up rallying to the ball, and they limit to a minimal gain.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. Officially a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown when you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get free.
Kickoff team is out of the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Chandler now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And he's had it go in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going.
wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
It looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They trail here by a touchdown, as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Penix. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he won't get away. Good tackle there to get him down behind the line.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack. But there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring him down for a loss.
And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
A gain of 10 yards.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Pitts is the man in motion. That's complete. He's got it to London.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. on the option. Here's Robinson. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense breaks on it. They hold him to no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
From the gun, here is Penix. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. For the left side, he gets that to Mooney. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, here's Penix. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal. He's taken down at about the 8.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll run here with Algier. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
The ball still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw. It's Penix. The pass rush gets hold, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
4th down and goal.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. That is caught too wide on the RPO. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain
They
of
get the
27
conversion on
yards.
3rd down. It was a
That's good
gain of
for
27.
Vikings. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If that was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. In motion, Naylor. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. And he's into the end zone. That might be a knockout punch. Jalen Naylor. Touchdown, Vikings. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Will Riker now on for the extra point. He's got it. He kicks this one away. Agnew on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Shotgun. It's Penix. Throw over the middle, caught by London. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Turns up second down at the 37-yard line.
So, from 37, here's 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Robinson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
46-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. First down, Atlanta.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Ray McLeod is the one he was looking for there. And third down coming up.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass.
Raheem Morris consulting with his staff above, and they decide to throw the challenge flag here. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is converged.
So, a good challenge there. The look was conclusive. The feet were in, and this will be ruled a complete pass.
The Falcons will line up.
The throw is Penix. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Price now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a nice start to the drive. A gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
The ball comes out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
That's another Vikings.
Mike, I think every offense would love to be able to call design runs for their quarterback, but it's so dependent of who that quarterback is. And for this team, to be able to have that guy behind center, it just adds a different element to what they can do on offense.
A give now. It's Jones on the zone read. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. Brings up second down.
In motion, it's Jefferson. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3.
Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal. Mason. And this one blown up. Good serve. Drop up. Loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
A 6-yard loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there third and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Now to add the extra point. The kick is good. This one away. McLeod now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with first and 10. the tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
It's not the big play they were hoping for. First down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains. Every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Throwing is Penix. That one is caught by Mooney. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And a nice job able to dance away and get forward for a pickup for halftime.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They go.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Penix. He's got a tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter. I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant. And once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. He'll step up and run.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Penix. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
This is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them.
It is brought in the end zone. Ray McCloud. Touchdown, Falcons. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Here's Coop for the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. The lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Price now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
2nd and 11. From the gun, here's McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. A rookie from Georgia, Jalen Walker. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Not fun here. 3rd and a lot. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. That's caught! And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. Big one here in the fourth quarter. 71 yards.
Pretty easy to see why he continues to be a main focal point for this offense throughout the entire game. That play not only extends the drive, but now they find themselves in plus territory and hope to come away with some points.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And 10.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you can't.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout play. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him. And in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. It's up. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. McLeod now to return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. Try to establish some tempo. Start this one with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 23.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. Left side, he's got McLeod. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll drop to throw. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
16 yards.
Now a timeout for Atlanta. That's their 1st.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game. But I feel like in this case, the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
There's that man again. Another catch.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Here's 1st down. Penix going to throw again. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
On 2nd down, Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Marcus Koo for the point after. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. One-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So a win here for the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.